welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today we will be scrapbooking using the Stay Home cut file. It's from the cut shop. I will make sure I put the website below. It is a free cut file. I thought it was very appropriate for what has been going on with this quarantine and staying home. So I wanted to do a layout which actually goes against the rules that I usually follow, which is going in chronological order, because right now I'm still back in 2018 on the rest of my layouts. But I wanted to bring you guys something new and fresh, so I decided to use this cut file. So I wanted to incorporate some mixed media, so I am just using the blending technique with the blender. And this color here is the mustard seed. The blue there is the salty ocean. So I'm just going to kind of blend those around. I marked on the paper where the cut file was going to go because I am going to back it with some paper, so I didn't need to do the whole paper. But then the orange color there too is the carved pumpkin color. So I just blended those around, and you'll see me lay that there. So that white part in the middle is going to be covered up with the cut file, since I am going to back it there. So again, just kind of blended it together, and I only had those three colors, but I really like how the blue and the yellow made that green there, because I do have green incorporated into the papers that I end up using. So here I am. I'm just going to trim off the edges. I tend to do that with any mixed media because the gesso that was on the paper before I started using it tends to curl the edges a little bit. So I just like to back it with a different paper, and kind of just helps it lay a little bit flatter. So I cut off the edges there, and then I think I'm going to, I spray the Distress Oxides there to give it a little bit of a watercolor feel, and then when I roll the paper towel over it, it actually kind of took the pattern of the paper towel, which I thought was actually really cool. Just gave it an extra little dimension there. So here I'm going to try and use this green paper to back the cut file here. I am still, learning how to best use, mixed media, and then two, learning how to back cut files, because as you will see here, when I'm done cutting, it actually is too small. I could have very well cut this out of the video, but I want to be transparent and upfront with everyone. So obviously this did not work. As you can see, it was a little too small. So the green, unfortunately, was not going to work for the roof there. But I did have this orange paper too. All the paper that I use is from the Simple Stories Lil Dude collection. And my goal with the cut file and the layout was to use mostly scraps. I had a lot of, smaller pieces that I wanted to utilize. I thought it would be great for backing a cut file. So I did set that green mishap to the side. I was able to use that later on. So now I am using the orange, and instead of kind of cutting it out ahead of time like I did with the green paper, I am just going to fussy cut it. So I start fussy cutting it, and then I cut the rest out, just because you don't need to watch me cut it all out. It actually took me quite a bit longer than I expected. So here is the final product, I guess you could say, the final cut file. So I have the orange at the top, the green that I messed up on for the word stay and also for the chimney, and then some red funky paper for the home, and then the heart at the top. So you saw that I chose that black and white paper to back the layout on. I did cut out the middle of it so I could utilize it because the back side of that paper is like a rainbow and one of my favorites. So I didn't want to, waste the whole paper. So I did cut out the middle of that black and white X'd paper. And then I forgot that the actual cut file had these 2 windows, so I'm just placing those down there. And then I think it has a doorknob and like some windows in the top of the door as well. So I'm placing those there. So I had a lot of fun with this layout. It did take me a lot longer than I had anticipated. Backing the cut file took quite a while. Just so many kind of nooks and crannies, I guess, that I had to like cut apart and whatnot. So that just took me a while. The mixed media and laying that aside to dry took a little bit extra too. But I'm really enjoying the final product. So, every once in a while, a layout that takes longer is not a bad thing. So there's the final cut file. And then I think I am going to grab the pictures that I had printed. So the pictures that I decided to print, I have a 2x3 picture printer. It's the Canon Ivy there. And so I just printed some recent pictures of what we have been up to while we are staying home. So the one under the S there is my son in a superhero mask getting ready to play outside when we still had snow. He told me that superheroes can play outside too. We've been doing puzzles. That's the lower left hand side. The one there that I am backing right now was actually an assignment from his teacher, his preschool teacher. He was working on 3D shapes, but I thought his smile and just, I don't know, it was just super cute because we are doing some schooling too. So that's that picture. And then the top right picture are the boys outside exploring our property. So just some of the at-home doings that we have been up to. And so I backed the lower 2 pictures with the green scraps. Since the green was at the top, I guess with the mixed media, I wanted to kind of incorporate the green at the bottom of the layout. And then this also is a scrap from the Little Dude collection. And since I had the blue in the mixed media, I wanted to incorporate some blue somewhere else. You can't really see it much now that I'm looking at it, but just like I said, wanted to utilize the scraps. So those are going to go there. And then I think I'm happy with kind of where they're placed. So I think I just end up taping them down. And I decided to use this collection because I have a lot of the embellishments. I have this chipboard stickers. I have the regular stickers. I have puffy stickers and ephemera. I just have a lot of the kit, and so I wanted to utilize that. And it was fun too because you'll see I usually go with a theme, so it was fun to use some of the ephemera, some of the stickers that I probably wouldn't have used otherwise or anywhere else on any other layout. So I was able to incorporate those, so that was cool. That black piece is the little superhero. Since he was pretending to be a superhero outside, I thought that was appropriate. I actually end up taking it off. I think it looks a little too bold, and later on I remembered that I had seen just a smaller sticker that says the same thing. So I actually take that black off at the end and add the sticker. And then just trying to go through the ephemera and finding what pieces I want to use. Like I said, it's stuff that's kind of left over that I haven't been able to utilize before. That there is a bear cut apart, and before we were outside, before that picture, or after that picture was taken, sorry, we discovered some evidence that there are actually bears on our property. So I figured that was kind of cute way to incorporate that. There's a little teepee there because he's got his little tent in that picture. And then I have that Rubik's Cube down just because we've been doing games, puzzles, you know, trying to stay busy. So I incorporated that as well. And here I'm just looking at the rest of the puffy stickers. And there you see I did take that off. Just too bold, I think. But I think I find a fidget spinner maybe here in a minute. I end up putting that there. And the slingshot, like I said, just things that haven't really been able to utilize in the past. So there's the fidget spinner on the right. Just lots of different embellishment pieces and a star to complete that cluster. And then I put the slingshot there, and then I use my trusty foam stickers there and pop the Rubik's Cube up off the page with that. And then what is next? I know Stay Home is like the big title, but I kind of needed something up in the top left. So I go through these stickers and find a sticker that says Never Grow Up. So I thought that was appropriate and in a color that I thought looked good with the layout. So just popping out all the small sticker pieces that and the letters that didn't come out. And then I'll place that in the top left-hand corner once I'm done with that. So staying home hasn't been too bad for us. We've got lots of land to kind of discover, so the boys have been enjoying that. They've been doing a trampoline, so they have been outside as much as possible, staying busy. So we are surviving just fine here. So then I used the foam stickers on that bear too, but I did cut one of the foam stickers in half so you couldn't see it through the actual embellishment piece there. So that is up off the page as well. And as I'm looking at the other one, I think, so there's stars there that I put down. And I think that just about finishes the layout. So I hope everybody else is surviving too and staying safe and healthy. Stay tuned for some close-ups here and be safe, my friends. Thanks.